Yo, what's up, guys? We're back with another recap / rant from the Falcons. This is week 18. The Falcons fall short at the Saints 30-20. This one obviously sucked because it's a rivalry game. You already know how it goes. The Falcons versus Saints. We don't like them. They don't like us. We beat them over there. Now they beat us here. What makes this even worse? Drew Brees was great. I think us Falcon fans respect Drew Brees, and I think actually a lot of Saints fans respect Matt Ryan. But Taysom Hill, I like Taysom Hill. You know, he cool. Last year he beat us 2 times. This year, you know, we end up losing to a third string quarterback. There's Jameis Winston, who was supposed to be a starter. To me, Taysom Hill is number 2. Trevor Siemian is number 3. We lost against Trevor Siemian. Now, I don't think the dude is trash, but if you look at the third string quarterback versus us, for people that's fighting for a playoff spot, who we could have just knocked out if we would have won the game, even though the game was over. The 49ers game was over, and they ended up winning. So guess what? Dan Quinn and Kyle Shanahan are in the playoffs right now, which is very interesting. They'll probably end up playing against each other. So, that's crazy. But this game, Matt Ryan, 20 for 33, 216 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. This game, like I said, I feel like I keep saying the same stuff every week. I'm gonna go ahead and start off like this. This season was the first season Matt Ryan didn't have a lot of talent around him as much as he's used to. But the thing is, we have talented people on the team. I just think the coaches didn't use them to their best ability. They don't know how to use their personnel. And the thing is, they have, like I told you guys, like Hayden Hurst, man. You see, he came in, he made a great catch, and they just take him out. Hayden Hurst is so good, man. I know I keep talking about it all the time, but y'all don't realize the dude is a former first-round pick. I liked him before he even got drafted. When he got drafted by the Ravens, and I was using him on my team at Madden. I was like, yo, Hayden Hurst had his rookie premiere just going crazy. Hayden Hurst looking at his highlights. I used to want to watch the Ravens game literally just to see what the heck Hayden Hurst was going to do. And then I was so happy when we traded for him. Last year when Julio was hurt, it was all about Ridley and it was all about Hayden Hurst. That was the only 2 people. Russell Gage was doing great too, but Hayden Hurst was that dude. And it was just like, man, I know he was hurt a little bit this year or whatever, but they should have utilized him a lot more this year, especially with all the training camp videos they were showing all season. Oh yeah, we back. You know what I'm saying? We didn't got to do this Zoom stuff no more. They was in the camp. They was doing this. Hayden Hurst had the best highlights out of everybody in training camp. I know it's training camp, but they showed him like doing all kind of crazy stuff. And then when it came to the regular NFL season, they didn't utilize this man as much as they should, and that's aggravating. Like knowing, being a fan and seeing that we had a number 1 drafted tight end. Just like how, well, not number 1, but first round pick. I believe Hayden Hurst was a first round pick. Yeah. So we got Hayden Hurst was the first round pick. Kyle Pitts was a first round pick, and you only utilize 1 dude. When Calvin really doing whatever he's doing, man. When he went down, Hayden Hurst should have just immediately stepped up. They should have had Pitts on the outside more often, and Hayden Hurst out there, or like I said, a double tight end set. Hayden Hurst should have been out there almost every single play with this man because he is great. He's very underrated, and if it was up to me, he would have been on the field a lot more. This game, Mike Davis, dude fumbled the ball 2 times. I think that first one, it did look like horse collar into a face mask. Dude pulled him down like this, and then he slung him down by the mask like he tried to sling it, and then it fell off. I don't know. Like I said, the coach, Arthur Smith, I like how he talks. Actually, I just watched the press conference before I started the video over the game. I like how he talks to certain points, but I still believe that he needs to be more of a situational situational coach. I think we've never had a situational coach ever. I told you I love Mike Smith. Mike Smith was great. Mike Smith is still our great coach. Rest in peace, Dan Reeves. But Mike Smith was still the best Falcons coach of all time. the thing is, Mike Smith was a coach. Like he trusted his players. That's what I like about him. If you ever seen a connection between anybody, go back and look at Mike Smith with Matt Ryan. They used to hug on the sideline. They used to be next to each other on the sideline. They talked to each other. They was on the same page. They came into the league together. They had a bond that I've never seen with no other coach. I'm tell y'all go watch them old videos, 2008, 2011, 12, whatever. They had the best bond. It was like father and son, big brother, little brother. Like I've never seen it ever between any coaches and players like that. And I think when those type of coaches do that, that comfortability that they have, it really shows on the field. So nowadays, you know what I'm saying, even with Kyle was here, Dan Quinn, it seemed like Matt would just, oh, well, that's the coach, let me call the plays. I don't think I should change this. Oh, well, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do that. And I told you, they nerfing Matt Ryan as a quarterback. It seemed like he's scared to be like, coach, let me change this, let me change that. Because I don't know if he's just like a yes man or whatever they call it nowadays. But I believe if you've been in the league for 13 years or 14 years, however many years it is now, that you should be able to go out there and call your plays, man. Only thing I see Matt audible is to a run, which is crazy because a lot of people are like, well, he should have done the Super Bowl. But nowadays, only audible Matt does is like, with a kill, and then whatever they be doing like this. And it's a run play, straight to Mike Davis to the same side. I called it the whole game. Every time Matt Ryan does like this, he's about to hand the ball off. Matt Ryan excels in 2 minute warning. Excels in coming back. Excels in hurry up offense. And they don't let him do any of that. Matt Ryan, why are you not hurrying up? Why is the coach not utilizing his talent well? Why are you not hurrying up with Matt Ryan? That's what he does. He's known for coming back. He's known for flying down the field. He's known for reading the defense and doing that. And y'all just, I don't know, man. And then a lot of people are going to blame him. That's what I'm saying. I heard it on the train. I heard it at the game. Oh, it's all Matt Ryan's fault. Like I said, this year was the year he had the least talent around him. Even though we had talent, this was Matt Ryan's least talented roster he has had. Matt Ryan did not have an offensive line this year. And the coaching was terrible. And somehow, some way, we still ended up winning 7 games with a first-time head coach on our team. But people don't think about it like that. Matt Ryan was basically out here risking his life. I remember what game it was. Matt Ryan was just running down the field. He was first down, just going crazy. And people was like, oh my gosh, it's all Matt Ryan's fault. The dude was running for his life the whole game because the offensive line was trash. You give Matt Ryan time, you see how good he can do. You give Matt Ryan good play calling, you see how he can literally go to a Super Bowl. But it's all his fault. I don't know if Matt Ryan ended up getting. I don't think he got his 4,000 yards this year. I don't know. Kyle Pitts definitely didn't get his Mike Dicker stuff. He only had 2 receptions for 8 yards, but he really wasn't out there too much. Russell Gage had 9 receptions, 126 yards, and a touchdown. The key is they utilized him more. Hayden Hurst on 1 catch for 33 yards. I don't know, man. It's just terrible. It's knowing you've been a fan of this team, knowing that you know what the people are good at. And I guess us being a fan, we see players year in, year out. You know what I'm saying? So we see from, okay, this is what they can do, this is what they can do. They've been coaching for other teams, so they used to just watching the film for their team. Oh, okay, cool, whatever. And Arthur Smith, he was an offensive guy. He's not looking at defensive. He's not looking at other people's offense. He's looking at defensive film. So he don't even know Matt Ryan's strength. He's just like, oh yeah, I know he's a top 10 quarterback in passing yards. He doesn't even know what he's capable of doing. So it's like you can't really blame him, but you can, because if you see these dudes in training camp, you see what he can do. You hear about things. Oh, Matt Ryan, you go look at stuff. You should know that these people's talent. You should know what they're capable of. And I don't know, man. To lose against the Saints like this at home, it just ain't cool. Like, you're going to lose against the Bills, how they lost against the Bills. This game, they had terrible. Everything was terrible, man. Terrible officiating, terrible play calling. But like I said, somehow, some type of way, we still got 20 points. Man, I thought Steve Sarkisian was the worst play caller, but guess what? We ended up going to the dang playoffs that year, didn't we? Against the Eagles. I think that was when our offense was terrible. Our defense was good. We still ended up going to the playoffs in 2017 and the year after the Super Bowl. I think that was with Steve Sarkisian. The worst play calling, and we still went to the playoffs. Now we don't have good play calling. We don't have a good line, and we have limited talent that they don't know how to utilize. So it's like, dang, and we were still like basically 2 games from the playoffs. So y'all don't think about stuff like that. Y'all just like, oh my gosh, he's trash, he's this, he's that. But to lose against a third string quarterback is terrible. I like Malcolm Jenkins, but for the Saints, he's cool. Always respected the guy. But Alvin Kamara, he probably had his best game against us, to be honest. I remember it took him like 3 years to score against us. Alvin Kamara had 30 carries, 146 yards. That is nuts. The dude was just running all over us. And it's like, dang, man, like, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's the end of the season, guys. We ended up, 7-10? Yeah, 7-10. And the Saints is 9-8. Wow, 9-8, and they didn't make the playoffs. So, anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I just think people need to stop blaming Matt for everything and look at what he had and look at what he did. We still won 7 games with a new first-year head coach. He still try to make things happen. But if the offensive line in your face, you see these big 300-pound dudes coming at you, what you going to do? Especially people in the stadium, we can see the whole field. Thinking, we like, oh, Matt, he open. But at their level, you see these big dudes, and he like, I know Matt's 6'5", but you can't see the whole field like we can see the whole field up there, if you really think about it. But yeah, man, I hope this ain't his last season with us. I know a lot of people are hating on him. Oh, it's time for him to get out of here. But guess what? If you draft a rookie quarterback, put him with that same offensive line, put him with that same play calling, and see what he does. Look at what's going on with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is one of the most talented quarterbacks of the class that just happened. Look at what happened. Trey Lance got benched. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know if he got hurt, he got benched. Jimmy Garoppolo's out there now. That's what I'm saying. Look at all these rookie quarterbacks. What rookie quarterback is doing good this season? Y'all let me know. What rookie quarterback is in the playoffs? Besides what? Mac Jones, with Bill Belichick. You know why? Because he has a good line, he has a good coaching. You see what I'm saying? It goes hand in hand with each other. It's not just all about, oh, this dude is trash. It's everything together. Mac Jones has an offensive line, he has a good coach, and he has a defense. So there it is, man. So yeah, I wonder what type of excuse they're gonna say for Aaron Rodgers if he don't make the Super Bowl this year. Oh, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, but he can get to he can be MVP and he can get to the playoffs every year. But when he loses, oh my gosh, if he had this, he had that. So that's what I'm looking forward to, because I know some kind of way they're gonna say something about that. You already know how it is. So yeah, man. Going to the game, it was cool to be at downtown. You know, it was supposed to be a 1 o'clock game, but then it's a 4:30 game. It was cool to be downtown at night. It was kind of chill. It was a vibe, man. I kind of like it. It was chill down there, man. I just hate we got the L. You know, hearing that who that stuff, that's terrible, man. Trust me, if y'all are Falcons fan, y'all know how that feeling is. And then you get on the train. Oh yeah. During the game, dudes loud. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But that's what makes the games exciting. But it'll be even better if we win those type of games. So, 7-10. Arthur Smith, everybody, they need to get better at their situational coaching. We need to improve our offensive line. I think what's crazy is our offensive line, when you look at it, Jake Matthews is good. I like, Chris Landstorm and Caleb McGarry. I don't know if it's just our left guard that's trash, our center, our left guard, our center. Actually, Jalen Mayfield did pretty good. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're not on the same page. I'm not sure. I still think it's terrible play calling. It's predictable, and Yeah, defensive wise, Dan Pease did better coaching in the preseason. He sent more pressure in the preseason. It seemed like he got conservative. I don't know what that's about. Yeah. So anyway, I appreciate y'all. Ain't really too much to say, man. Y'all already know what it is. They just got to do better. And they went out there and played like trash. Number 10 was just going all over them. What's that dude name? What? T. Smith, 5 receptions, 76 yards and a touchdown. Everybody else really wasn't really doing anything except for Mario Davis. You know, the dude is going nuts over there. And Cameron Jordan, of course, he has to get his freaking sack against Matt Ryan. Man, oh my gosh. They're just thinking about it. If y'all don't, Cameron Jordan, they said he sacked Matt Ryan more times than anybody else has ever sacked a quarterback. So he's they basically saying he owns Matt because no other player has sacked the quarterback more times than he has sacked Matt Ryan. So that's tough to have that type of record, and we still losing against a third string freaking quarterback, man. But like I said, they have the playoffs too. But it's just the fact that we're gonna get out of playoff contention going against the Bills, and then we're gonna lose this game. And what if the freaking Rams would have won or something like that? I mean, what if the Rams would have won? They would have been in there. So it was like, dang, you can't even close the season out on a good note. You can't even knock these dudes out. We had to wait for somebody else to knock them out. And then we're going to lose at home. Y'all don't understand how this feels. Like, me and my sister was talking about this. I don't have no good memory in this new stadium. Besides, no good game memory in this new stadium. There's no memory I can be like, you know what? That was cool. Nothing but heartbreak in this new stadium. That 49ers game, heartbreak. The Saints game, when we kicked the field goals, I wasn't even in there, and then we still lost that game. Drew Brees with the little Superman dive in the end zone. When he trucked 2 people, I was there. Trash. Freaking, I'm glad I wasn't at that freaking Patriots game when they blew us out. That's a terrible memory. Tom Brady won the Super Bowl down here. Terrible memory. Like, you know what I'm saying? That I wasn't there, but it's like I don't see nothing good than that came. And you know what? The only one I can think of is that Eagles game. That was it. That Eagles game when Carson Wentz went down here, and I think that was the best throw I've seen. That was about it. That Julio, when he threw the screen pass, Jake Matthews had a pancake. That was probably the only game I can be like, oh my gosh, that was a great memory. That was it. And then we end up being trash for the rest of the season. So, yeah, that was it. That the Eagles game. That's all I can think of, man. Shout out to Carson Wentz for that memory. You know, Julio, good old days. And other than that, every other memory was straight garbage. We don't win in the new stadium. We used to win a lot more in the dome. People used to pay more attention to the game. The acoustics in the building. We used to catch parachutes because where we sit, they don't even send down the dang parachutes. They just send them down on the sides. So it's like, I don't know, man. They got to do something better. They used to do a lot of giveaways. They don't get no giveaways. The food is great. But I don't have my Reese's no more. What the heck my Reese's at? Shout out to Reese's. I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm rambling on about some other stuff. But the Falcons got to get everything. The concession stand, the team, the coaching. Everybody got to be on the same page, man. They got to stop playing like, oh, yeah, just a paycheck. Let's just get this game over with. They don't fight with that same swagger that they had. That's why I said Mike Smith era was great. The whole Day Cool, the whole Asante Samuel, the Tony G, the Roddy White, the Matty Ice, the Munduck, the Todd McClure, the Tyson Claybo, William Moore, Mike P, Stephen Nicholas, Pat Skiller for a minute. He came kind of late. Akeem Dent, Jonathan Babineau, even like the John Abraham. John Abraham came. He was early, but in that whole era, that was when the whole the dome was a vibe. Everybody was having fun, anything that happened in the game, it's like you really cared about it. Like they was really fighting for us. We was really a part of the team. Like the Seahawks got that 12th man. That was the time that you really felt like, okay, I'm a Falcons fan. They going up there and they battling for us. So many memories, especially that Peyton Manning game when they came out here in that dome. That game was freaking. That was one of the most hyped games because everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, Peyton Manning's just gonna come down here and destroy Atlanta." And Peyton Manning threw like 4 or 5 picks that game. That game was so hyped. I remember it because it was like on prime time. It was one of the longest games ever. That first quarter took like a whole hour or something like that with John Fox over there. It was nuts. But they cool, Jonathan Babineau, all of them boys, William Moore. I think it was just cool, man. Anyway, see you on the next one. I'm out. Let me know what y'all think. We 7-10, 30-20. We didn't make it. The Saints didn't make it. But like I said, Dan Quinn and Kyle Shanahan made it. Let's see how that goes. See you on the next one. I'm out.